A very happy day of democracy to everyone. Good morning and welcome to Enterprise Morning on Enterprise Television. I am Henry UPBK.
I'm Chuma Okoya.
All right, just before we go to our newspaper review segment, we would love you to join us and have a say in what we say by subscribing to our YouTube channel at Enterprise TV 7 and also visit our website at www.enterprisetvnews.com. Our guest for this segment is no other but Barrister Tunji Abdul Hamid. Good morning to you, Barrister.
Good morning, Barrister.
And welcome.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Happy Democracy Day.
Happy civilian rule.
All right, that's great. And we start off our newspaper segments today with the First Daily. What do we have, Juma?
Yeah, we'll be starting with the Daily Trust newspaper. And there is a big story here. Tinubu may reshuffle cabinet, create new ministry. And we have two riders to this story. Some ministers to go. I will send bill on minimum wage to National Assembly soon. That is coming from the president.
All right, on the top strip of the same newspaper, we have Jonathan. National Assembly should consider best model of government for Nigeria.
And still on the top strip of the Daily Trust newspaper, truth under fire. The multi-front assault on facts during the 2023 Nigerian election.
Yes, and still on the top strip of the same newspaper, we have Minister seeks probe of PAMSEC over alleged sexual harassment. She wants to destroy man of integrity, and that's on page 4 of the Daily Trust newspaper. But let's get into the big story here. Tinubu may reshuffle, capital letter, may reshuffle a cabinet, create new ministry. Some ministers to go, and it said he will be ascending a minimum wage to National Assembly soon. Barrister Tunji, just like we have here, may reshuffle a cabinet, create new ministry. I don't know. Do you see that when you look into your crystal ball?
Yeah, I think if truly Mr. President desire to get results, or he has that desire to make Nigeria great again, there is no way he will not resolve his cabinets. Most of the people in those cabinets are in the cabinet are not fit to be there. They are not performing at all. They have been overwhelmed by the job. So
when you say those, who are we talking about particularly?
Majority of them. If you ask me to name a few that have been, can even say is feasible or performing to an extent. Some of them are not performing; they're just feasible. Some of them are feasible, they're not performing. In other words, some of them are through their romance with media. So when they talk so much about their policy or whatever, even though we are not seeing it on ground, because like I said, I don't believe in talk without any physical results. So if you talk about the people who are at least showing sign of we want to do something or we have something with our planning, we will talk about that's not to say I have given them pass mark. That is not a pass mark for me, because none of them has scored. None of the ministers have gone past 2%.
2%
for me. Because that's my own position. That's my thinking. Because in the last 1 year, I'm not saying in the last 1 year they still have a plan ahead. Those people that I will mention, few of them that I know. You talk about the Minister of Interior. At least he's showing sign of his planning, or he has some things that he wants to do. You talk about Minister Wike, in his life, at least he's showing sign of whether at least he's feasible, and he's showing sign of he has something that he's thinking of doing. Whether those things is having effects on the life of the people or not.
No, it's
a different
because he is continuing the roads that were left behind in Abuja. The railway from the main town to the airport.
No, I don't see road construction as an achievement for me to again.
Really?
Because in the last 25 years or how many years that I've been doing the democracy, every successive government that have been coming, the issue that we'll be talking about, what we'll be using as a achievement is road. The same set of road. If you ask the minister of Omei now of work that I want to mention as a web, when people want to talk about his achievement, and they want to tell you that he refurbished Birmingham Bridge and he wants to do coastal road. Everything is about one road or the other, and same set of roads. Because this Birmingham Bridge that was refurbished recently, when Mr. Fashola was here, so on so many occasions there were so many repairs, and so they've been doing same thing the same way all this while. So that's why I say 2%. I will not count that one as major achievement for me. So I will mention Mr. Umahi, at least to an extent. He has shown that he has something to offer. I will look at how many of them I've mentioned now.
You just mentioned 2.
3 or so.
2.
I mentioned Umahi. 3 now. Umahi. Who again? Who again?
A Minister of Interior?
Yeah, I mentioned him. He was the first person I mentioned. The Minister of Attorney General, should I say, to me, I've not seen much of his job. So I still reserving my comment because I know he's a man that has a ability to deliver. But for now, I have not seen that ability. Some of them, majority of them are not even seen at all.
At all.
Mr. Kiyamo too is also showing sign of, like I said, most of these people that is making my list, it's not because they've done something that is giving life to people, but because at least they are feasible, showing what they are likely to do or what they intend to do or what they are planning. Whether those planning will become a reality or not is a different thing. At least they are laying something before us to see, to even review or to even talk about. Some of them are there, and today I cannot even remember some of their names.
In fact, we don't even know who the Minister of Agriculture is, the Minister of Health
I don't know. This sport I have not so much that even my first wife. If you ask me who's the Minister of Sport today, I'll go and Google before I can remember his name. Okay. That is to show that he's not doing well or it's not feasible enough for me to recognize him, because I love sport so much, not only football. Sport is one of my is my first wife.
Okay.
And in a way, I'll repeat it again.
Okay.
So you see, I think for him there's need for him to do that. And but what we are reading today now, it's not as if he has done that. It is what people are thinking, that these people there is need for us to wish of the people. You see the rumor, he has not taken that step. He has not told us that he's going to do that. But people are thinking that, look, for him to get a good result, the majority of these people in his cabinet must go, and it must be replaced with people who can show that they have something to offer. Some of them are just there for being there, just for bearing the name of minister. Even the one that the people who went to court on his because of her case, I don't even know where she is. The Minister of Youth as well, that is even from my state, I have not seen her do anything. Which one again? I don't know. Majority of them are not. Even the Minister of Education that used to be my HOD. That is a Mama Tairo. I have not seen him do much. So they are out there just sitting and then they.
Okay, thank you, Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid. Now let's move into another important story. Minister seeks probe of PAMSEC over alleged sexual harassment. She wants to destroy man of integrity. Now, what is your reaction to this? Is this an allegation? Because with the child and the way the story is going, the person being involved and coming from the wife, not from an outsider, do you think it's actually wanting to destroy the man of integrity?
I will not. It will be premature for me to conclude on that until the investigation is concluded and we'll see the major facts. I saw the letter written to that man in that regard, and then the allegation has been made that there is what's it called? What do they call it now? Sexual harassment. If that allegation has been made against somebody who is not in that position, I tell you today he will be in police custody, whether rightly or wrongly. That person will be answering questions in police custody regarding those allegations. So the person who made the allegation, based on our law, he needs to substantiate and bring evidence to show clearly that he has done it. It's not even the duty of the man to show that I'm not guilty. It is the responsibility of the person who is alleging. So that's our law. So until those facts or those information are put forward for us to make a conclusion, it will be very premature and will be hasty, and there may likely be a damage that we may not be able to control thereafter. So for me, let's see how it will go, and I hope the police or those authorities that are responsible are doing proper investigation and asking questions regarding this for us to get a good result. Because this must not be swept under the carpet. It must not be swept under the carpet. It's on the high level. Because if it were to be on the low level, I know today that person would have been paraded even before the media to say, look, this person is Syria, or it will have been named, and even though the investigation is still on. So let them do a proper investigation. We know his face will not be shown on the. Although we know him now, because he will not be paraded and may not even be asked to come and answer a question. They may say there is no evidence before them to do anything. Let them do the right thing. What they will do, if a common man is involved, an ordinary man is involved, let them do that, and then let so that Nigeria will believe that this country is for all of us and nobody is above anybody.
Very
Thank
true.
you.
All right, quickly let's move on to our next daily. This coming from the Guardian newspaper. And the big story here says, Hope betrayed at 31. Citizens in dire straits still in search of democratic ideals and dividends.
Moving on, I understand our economic difficulties. You don't, Atiku. Others tell Tinubu.
And also, Labour rules out timeline for new minimum wage, expect 6 figures.
And moving into the council autonomy, Afenifere says President Tinubu playing to the gallery suits hypocritical.
Yes, and on the bottom strip of the same newspaper, federal government needs 5 trillion naira to execute 260 road projects, says Umahi. And so let's get into this. If possible, we'd love to combine 2 stories together. Number one, of course, they are interconnected. Citizens in that street still in search of democratic ideals and dividends. And I don't understand our economic. I understand our economic difficulties. You don't, and that's coming from Atiku, Barrister Tunji. I want you to, of course, if possible, take a course on this.
Yeah, I think. If Mr. Atiku is saying that, he's saying that from my thinking, on the basis that, look, if you say you understand what people are going through, your policies and your programs must be towards those people. Because what we are seeing on ground today, if you look at it, I want to agree with Mr. Atiku that the president may likely not understand what we are going through. Because if the president understands what we are going through, the president will not be celebrating what's it called? Innovation of Vice President's lodge for 20-something billion. We will not be talking about buying a SUV for members of it will not be a priority. Coastal road will not be a priority. Because if you look at the cost of that coastal road, if you put some of them into education, health, other areas of our government, we will get it to benefit so many people in Nigeria. Education too. So if the president understands the hardship being undergone by the people, he will not put 90 billion allegedly into a subsidy. They will not buy they will not buy cars for the office of the first lady. They will not mark certain amounts for things that are not relevant or that would directly impact the life of the masses in this country. So in that regard, I want to agree that, look, if you know what I'm feeling, if you know truly that this is what I'm feeling, your priority will be about me, not about those who are already comfortable. Because what we are doing in this country now is to give people who are comfortable more comfort. And if you are doing that way, that means you do not understand the plight of those people who are not comfortable.
Okay.
So to that extent, I want to agree with Mr. Atiku that the president will likely not, is the heart or what the president is doing does not show that he truly understands the pains of the masses.
All right, so let's get to Afenifere. He's been a very big critic of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and he's saying that Tinubu playing to the gallery suits diversionary and hypocritical. And coming from the Afenifere, what do you think of this, Barrister Tunji?
Please, can you come again?
Yes, it says council autonomy. Afenifere says Tinubu playing to the gallery.
Are they saying that they are not in support of the council autonomy, or they are saying the president is not sincere about it?
Exactly.
Or they are saying he's just a marketing thing. They are not going to do it. Is that what they are saying? I don't. So you see, the local government autonomy is not something we should even be debating. If we are looking at our law, the law has already made provision for that in that regard. But the way we are operating is the reason why we are in this circumstance. Even if we are talking about the fact that, look, their money is not being paid directly to them, it's being paid through their joint accounts. That does not mean that the government should hold it and say, I will not give you. That because we are working based on what's it called? We are not following the law. We are working against the rule of law, and that's why we are seeing what we are seeing today. If we are following the rule of law, we don't even need much law to even have this autonomy we are talking about. You don't have to call people. You don't have to make law to get this. You can amend those law to give them more more relevance. And what are we even also seeing? Most of these local government too, if you ask them today now, because they are being controlled by the governors, they will tell you they don't want. They want to be, they are enjoying what they are enjoying today now, and they want to be the way they are. But like I said, truly, if the government is truly interested in this will skate through. If this will not skate through, it shows truly that the president is not interested in it. If it is skate through, what is being pursued now, even at the Supreme Court, I'm not saying the president will influence the court, but if the issue of local government autonomy will not skate through, by in other words, the court can, the president, and the other president is so respected, and it's more, if you call out the governors and let them understand why they must allow, without law, why they must allow the local government to be autonomy, they will do. In fact, I won't be surprised if the you know, the labor, the minimum wage you are talking about now, labor is insisting on certain percentage amount. They say private sector or whatever, saying certain amount. If the president should come out with a figure, I would not be surprised if the private sector will say, because of the respect we have for the president, we will accept it. I would not be surprised. That's how powerful our president is. So without even the law, the president can influence or can talk to those governors and to let them see reasons why we must allow local governments to function, because that's the only closest what's it called, arm of government to the people. That's not to say that will solve our problem, because like I said again, it's not only about the system, it's about the people who are running the system. If we give them autonomy, the complaint will be shifted to those people at local government to say our local governments are not doing anything. They are just stealing the money. The issue we are raising now may now be shifted to that area to ask questions. So I think a lot of things that we need to do is not about law alone. It's about structuring of our minds and their attitude.
All right, very well said. Now let's move lastly to last day. What do we have?
It's the Punch newspaper. Now we're starting from the top strip of the Punch newspaper. Supreme Court begins sitting as states counter federal government on LG funds. Details are on page 8.
All right, the big story here says the Democracy Day. Tinubu hails Abiola orders warns against anti-democratic forces. And the writer here says President vows to preserve democracy, appeases Nigerians over economic hardship.
Okay, still on the top strip of the Punch newspaper. Dangote refinery commences PMS supply July.
And also on the top strip of the same newspaper, Lagos Calabar Highway. Federal government reroutes a mega project, slashes lane to 6.
Okay.
Slash it
lane to 6.
How about the budget?
Yes.
I think it's slash as well.
And I want you to take us on that exactly, because we are having lots of contradictions about this. When it was first unveiled, the federal government under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Dave Umahi made it so big, made it look like Nigeria is about to send Nigerian astronauts to the moon. And right now it's beginning to to slash down every other day. I do not know what the original plan was, but right now they are saying it's been slashed to 6 lanes. The normal 6 lanes that local government chairmen can construct. It's what they're doing. What do you think about that?
The truth is that there is no original plan anywhere. The original plan is in the head of certain people. It's only in the head. Because I know for you to construct such a road, you see, sometimes we just want to play to the gallery. To construction of road or anywhere, there must be a structure, there must be processes, paper processing. That can take a year or 2. This project was started when? Immediately, without even EIA assessments, without any other. You have to do what do they call it? Architectural drawing of what you want to. What they call it for road. I don't know. Is that what they call it or whatever? You must do the plan. Everything must be there. You must see what and what. You must even ascertain how many houses are we going to destroy? How much are we going to pay them? How many communities will be affected? How have you had consultation with them? What are we going to do? These are things that have not been done. They are just doing pay as you go. They will get to this level and they want to talk to the community. Okay, we are changing it. Oh, okay, we are changing. It showed there was no plan. It was just a rush thing. And I tell you, that is a sign that this project may not see the light of the day. It may not go beyond how many kilometers within Lagos. And that will be the end of it. And then money will have been released. And unfortunately, nobody will ask questions thereafter. We'll just talk about it on just we are talking, and that will be the end of it.
Thank you, Barrister Sunjab. So what you're trying to say is Nigerians should not even dream of a coastal city, and they should not, with the way the thing is going, and with the way the current Minister for Roads and Works is behaving, showing with your analysis now that there is no plan. Structures have not been put into place. The drawings have not been done. So definitely there should be no hope.
They will just see it like a second Niger bridge project that took years to complete. It may be started by this government.
But it will never be.
But it may not even pass Lagos. By the time this government will leave, let's say 4 years or 8 years, it may not pass Lagos, or it may just a bit. After, you will not be able to use it beyond the certain places here. In other words, if you are not able to use that road to where it should connect, there's no benefit in it. It's a waste of money. So, and we are at the least level that we are looking for money to uplift the life of the citizen. We will not go and tide money down somewhere for nothing. So for me, this project has a lot of suspicions. That's why it's not too clean. In fact, even when, according to them, even when in our budgets, they did not disclose that it will cost so much. They will just say it will cost like 500 million or billion. I can't remember. And then that nobody, the government will not incur money. It will be a bankroll. But today we are bankrolling it by ourselves, and then we are paying money. And for me, you cannot be doing this kind of project and you'll be saying you'll be shifting the post while the game is on. You can't get a good result. And that is to tell you that anybody that's expecting any coastal road in the next 20 years, that person is a baby in Nigeria.
All right, so that's just about the time we have for this package. We'd love to say thank you to Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid for being part of our show, and just to let you know that he will be around to take us on our main conversation with a new guest we equally will be having on the show.
When we return, President Tinubu addresses the nation to mark June 12th Democracy Day. Details in a moment. Please stay with us.